Hello students, welcome to Web Technology online classes. Today I am going to explain about the concept of what is HTML. What is HTML and also types of HTML tags. Now let us start our session. Okay. For that I am opening material window. In the last class we have discussed about the web technology concept, and today also I will explain one more time this one, what is web and what is technology. Actually web technology, if you want to understand this web technology word, first we need to split those two words. Split that web technology is a single word right now, but if you want to understand you need to split as a two words. First one is web and second one is technology. Web is nothing but if you want any information, immediately you open on Chrome window and you type the Google now, then immediately Google search engine it will open. Google search engine it will open. So in that search bar, whatever the information you want, that related keywords you have typed in that search bar. So immediately the Google search engine what to do? Immediately what it has to do? It can collect the keyword and it will search from that information from the different servers. After that it will present on the screen. Then only we can see that one. Then only we can see that number of links provided by the Google. But each link provided from the different server. All links not come from the single server. Because of that information is available from the different servers. That's why number of links it will present on the screen. So that type of process is called web, because of we are searching information in the web. So technology means what? The second word is technology now. Technology means what it is running, how it is running. If we give the keyword in the search engine bar, address bar, then behind what it will happen? By using different technologies, internally behind that search engine internally they are already implemented different technologies, different web technologies. So then only your keywords keywords taken by that technologies and it will send to the different servers, and their information, if the information available from that servers, then it will collect and present in the screen. Then only we have to see that one. We have to see that information. So web means whatever the information we want, that information we need to search in the web. And technology means here we are getting the information from the web, so that is called web. Here technology means how it is working. If the keyword is given in the search bar, how it is working, behind what are the technologies they have used, how this search engine implemented. So all those things we need to learn in this subject. So that is the major introduction of web technology concept. Actually, who is the father of web technology? Who is the father of web? Tim Berners-Lee. He is the scientist. He is the scientist. What purpose he can develop this one? Actually, he is a scientist. For the one place from one scientist to another scientist, information sharing purpose. This web concept invented by the Tim Berners-Lee. This web concept invented by the Tim Berners-Lee. So that's why they have developed. That's why they have developed web concept. After that, HTML first version, they have HTML first version, Tim Berners-Lee invented again for the simple links, to sharing the information between one scientist to another scientist from one place to another place. Because of one scientist is available in India and another scientist is available in Switzerland, a different country, not only one country, different countries, scientists integrating purpose, sharing the information purpose. Tim Berners-Lee has introduced this concept in the 1989. Now understand the difference between web and technology. So web means any person, if the user want to search anything, then simply they can open Google and they can type the keyword, related keyword, whatever the requirement they have, that related keyword simply they can type. It will search, the search engine will provide the number of links from the different servers. Similarly, here technology means technology requirement is for whom only web developers need, because of some applications need to develop by the web developers. So that's why behind whatever the technologies they have used, that information compulsory need to know the web developers. So that's why web technologies are very important to learn. To develop any application, compulsory web developers need to know these technologies. So these are the basic things right now. Actually, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all those things are basic things. Nowadays, some advanced concepts also arrived into the market. So without knowing all those things, you cannot develop the web application. But from the starting onwards, you need to know the basic things. After that, you have to learn advanced things. Then only you will get the complete awareness on the web projects. Nowadays, web applications are playing very important role, because of, if you want to know any information, if you want to register any website, in any website, compulsory first you need to open Google Chrome and also type the search engine like a Google. Then in that, whatever the information you need, that information keywords you have to type in the search bar. So if the information is available in the world, in the web, then it will present on the screen. Otherwise, it will not show. Because of that, if the website is available, then that related content it will show on the screen. It will fetch the Google search engine, it will fetch the data and show on the screen for us. But if the website is not available, then it will not show anything. But related words, related links, it will show. So that is the working process of Google search engine. And if you want to know the web technologies, compulsory, whatever the requirements you have to know, that requirements are given in this question. Web browsers, web development, and what is the front end and what are the back end tools. And next one, what programming language they have used. If you want to develop any web application, compulsory programming language awareness also must and should be required. And database also must and should be required. If any information want to store in your database, compulsory databases are very important in the web development. Because of our information has stored in the database. From the database, it will fetch the data and it will store the data. And protocols also compulsory. We have to know the awareness on this. Because of there are number of protocols. These are the in the web technology, all file transfers, mail transfers, data transfers will work on the with protocols only. If the web browser completely working on HTTP, if the URL also, uniform resource locator also completely starting with HTTP, that is protocol, hypertext transfer protocol. And next one TCP, transmission control protocol. And next one IP, internet protocol. Next FTP protocol. TCP IP are way of the connection. TCP, transmission control protocol, internet protocol. These two are will work with the only communication between two devices. It will arrange the bridge between two devices from your system to server. HTTP is nothing but from your page to server page, your web page to server page. And FTP is nothing but file transfer protocol. If you want to send any file from one place to another place, compulsory internally it can be used FTP protocol, specially designed for that, only file transfer protocol. And SMTP is nothing but simple mail transfer protocol. SMTP is used to only mail transfer purpose, mail transferring purpose. From one place to another place, if you want to send any mail, compulsory SMTP protocol internally that can be used. For example, Gmail, Rediff Mail, Yahoo Mail, all those things will work on the SMTP protocol. Because of that complete architecture, depends on SMTP. Gmail to Gmail, Gmail to Yahoo, or any other mails, every information shared with the SMTP protocol. And there are number of protocols available, but here a few examples given for your understanding purpose. Without protocols, there is no internet on the world. So now you can understand what is web and what is technology. Now you can understand. And right now, what is the question? Today's concept is, what is HTML? What is HTML and explain the types of tags. I mean, how many types of tags we have in the HTML. So like that we have to discuss in this session. First, introduction. HTML introduction we have to know. So what is HTML? The backbone of World Wide Web is made of HTML files. The backbone of the World Wide Web is made of HTML files, which are specially formatted documents that can contain links as well as images and other media. For example, if you want to open any musical website or any movies website, already you have known about that. For your understanding purpose, I given one example. Movie rules website is there now to download movies, to download new movies. So movie rules website is there now. In that, video files also they can upload it now. Nothing but movies. Movies are nothing but video files now. So they can upload movies, number of movies. Like that, they can upload a number of songs in the musical websites. And some places, some websites also presenting the images also, photo format images and ranked pictures. All those things it will display on the web page. But these all are available in different servers. So how can you see that one, all one? By using any one search engine like a Google. If you type any keyword in the Google search bar, the Google search engine, what it will do? Immediately that keywords will send to the different places, different servers. If the server contains that information, whatever the keyword you have typed, that related information, if it is available at the different servers, immediately it will collect from that servers that information and it will present on the screen. It will present on our screen. Then only we have to see that information. Am I correct or not? So that is the HTML introduction. Next, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the most used language to design web pages. HTML is a markup language. Actually, what purpose it can be used? To develop web pages, to design a web pages. And a web page is accessed by the entering a URL. If you want to open any website, compulsory that website ID you need now. The website ID you need. Immediately that website you can type on the browser address bar. In the browser address bar, you can type that website ID, like that www.google.com. And also, if you want to know the information from the Osmania University, then what website you have to open? www.usmania.ac.in. That website URL you can type. That URL name is nothing but here. URL nothing but Uniform Resource Locator. In the short form of, we can call like this URL. We can call as a URL. So actually this URL is uniquely identified. Once one website does that URL assigned and another website it can't take that name. Only Osmania University will take by that unique ID. That unique ID name is what? www.usmania.ac.in. Similarly, this name not assigned to any other website. So that's why it is uniquely identified by the HTML pages. Internet. Each and everything identified by the URL only. Because of this is unique ID na. That's why. Like your roll number. For example, in your class 60 or in your class 120 roll numbers you have. So each and every person can identify by the name now? No, because of one name contain different persons na. Because of one name contain different persons. So like that, how can we identify that each and every person? By taking as a roll number, nothing but a hall ticket number. Hall ticket number is unique na. So that's why that unique, based on that unique ID, easily you can find out who is that person having that unique ID. So like that, here also each and every website contain one unique ID, that is called URL, uniform resource locator. A web page may contain text, graphics and hyperlinks to other web pages and files. A website may contain, for example, if you want to develop any website, in that what is the information you have to put in that? Maybe according to your knowledge, movies, images, some education information, like all those things you have to put that, because of you are the student. Like that, in my company I have the marketing information, so whatever how much sales we have in this year, like all those things, that information I need to put in that website, if it is my website. Because of I am doing the business, you are a studying person, that is your wish. I mean, in your website, which is the content, what you have to put, that is your wish, na? That one. HTML is the combination of hypertext and markup language. HTML is a combination of hypertext and markup language. That's why it is called hypertext markup language. So first of all, we have to know about the hypertext. What is the meaning of hypertext? Hypertext simply means text within the text. Hypertext simply means text within the text. A text has a link within it, is a hyperlink. For example, in between two tags, actually HTML compulsory, if you want to develop any web application, compulsory some HTML tags you need to use. So HTML tags also contain text, and also whatever the text we need to present as in your website, that is also one of the text. So in between two tags contain text content, and also between two tags whatever the content we need to represent, that is also one of the text. So that's why it is called text within the text. That's why it is called text within the text. All of you carefully observe. Now I am, for your understanding purpose, now I am opening one Paint window. Now I am using one tag P. This is paragraph tag. So here P is the text content, and /P is also text content. In between, wait. In between paragraph I am typing. Here roughly I am typing. So this is the syntax of this one. So in between these two tags, we have typed a text content. Actually this is also one of the text, and these two are also one of the text. So text in between two tags, another text we have configured here. Text within the text is called like this. For your understanding purpose, now I am doing one simple program. For that I am opening Notepad. All of you carefully observe. And font I am opening, increasing the font for your looking purpose. HTML is the root tag, opening tag and closing tag. First one is opening and second one is closing. How to close this one? By using one /extra here. And next, body. This is also body. And in between paragraph I am typing. This is G. Pullareddy Degree and PG College. So now I am writing a simple program for your understanding purpose. These all tags are included with text now. So in between these all tags, I also configure one text content like this one. So actually this information will not present on the screen. HTML body, paragraph tag and body tag, HTML tag, this information will not present. Actually in between these two tags, if you write this like this, I mean if you use the angular brackets, then this program will intimate to the browser. These all are HTML tags. So just you can use, but don't present on the screen. Only in between these two tags, whatever the text web developer configured, that text you need to display on the screen. So that information, these tags will give to the browser while executing time. Then immediately the browser can understand these, all those things are syntaxes. Only this text will represent on the screen by using this syntax. So all of you carefully observe how it will represent on the screen. My program is over. Now I am saving. Go to file menu, choose save option. Here paragraph.html. Here .html is mandated because of every HTML program contain the .html extension. So without extension, if you give, browser does not understand this file is related to execute in the browser. So then if you give that this .html extension, then only browser can understand. Okay, he written the program in the web browser purpose, so that's why we need to execute this program so that it can be decided internally. If you haven't give the extension, then it will not take this one because of it is completely based on extension based. And after that, save as type is all files. Now I am saving on the desktop. Now I am saving on the desktop. Now I am clicking on the save button. All of you carefully observe how it will save it. This one, paragraph it will send like a browser way, browser format. Because of browser internally it can taken whatever the browser default setting by the browser in my laptop. I mean Chrome is the default browser, so that's why my program is also taken by the Chrome. So now if you want to execute this file, immediately keep on that mouse and double click on that. Automatically it will open Chrome window. All of you carefully observe. Only single line it is presenting now, but remaining tags are hiding now. So the tags are intimating the browser. Only this information need to print on the screen like a paragraph format, because of here we use a paragraph. So actually text within the text means a paragraph tag is also one of the text. In between plain text we have configured. So a text within the text is called hypertext. A text within the text is called hypertext. Hypertext defines the link between the two web pages also. All of you carefully observe. Now I am defining one anchor tag and open Osmania website. Open Osmania website, and it is a link. href is equal www.osmania.ac.in. So now I configured Osmania University website. Now I am saving this one again I am refreshing this one, because of the second line is also I have written same program now for your understanding purpose. So that's why this is previous output. Now I am refreshing this one. So here one link is there now. If you click this one, from one place this link will transfer to the one file to another file. So in my laptop I don't have any internet connection, so that's why it is not opening that file. All of you carefully observe. This link go to where? www.osmania.ac.in. So okay, wait, now I am connecting my phone to laptop, then only you can simply understand about this, how it is working. Mobile data, mobile hotspot, and connecting the internet to the laptop. Connect. So it is connected right now. Wait. Okay. Now my laptop contains the internet connection. So this is the link now. Whatever the link I have configured in the program, that link it is displaying on the screen. Now I am clicking this link. Wait. Any mistake is there? www.usmania.ac.in. Wait. My phone is data transferring slow. That's why it is not opening. Wait, actually it is opening or not? Usmania.ac.in. Okay, it is working. I think now I am copying from here. Maybe any spelling mistakes were there. Removing this one. Save. Again I am refreshing this one. And this window closing. And now I am clicking this window. Yeah, right. Now it is working. Actually, in the URL, I did some mistake. That's why it is not opening. Now it is opening. Now it is opened. All of you carefully observe. Like that, we have to create the links also. Like that, we have to create the links also. Hypertext defines the link between two web pages, and this is one web page now. First, I have designed one web page. After that, by clicking this link, one more web page it is generating now. I mean connecting from here to there. That bridge, that way of bridge it is creating now. So like that, we have to connect from one place to another place. And next one, markup language. Markup language is used to define the text document within the tag which defines the structure of web pages. Markup language is used to define the text document within tag which defines the structure of web pages. Structure of web pages. This one. How it is displaying? This is completely well formed structure now. So like that. Partitions for user understanding purpose. Each and everything clarity information is there now. So that information we have to clear to show by using markup languages. Markup language is used to define the text document. Markup language is used to define the text document within a tag which defines the structure of web pages. So that's why. And next one, history of HTML we need to know. Tim Berners-Lee, he is a scientist. Already earlier we have discussed it, and class starting also we have discussed about the person of this one. What is his name? Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor of HTML, used to work the computer section of the CERN, European Laboratory of Practical Physics. Actually, he is a physics scientist at Switzerland. He was worked under the sharing of information between the scientists all over the world. That's why HTML invented. Web concept is also invented by the Tim Berners-Lee. After that, for the sharing information, HTML hypertext markup language also invented by him. So he is the father of HTML. Tim Berners-Lee is the father of HTML programming language. HTML hypertext markup language. And how many versions we have? Till now we have 5 versions. The latest version is 5. Starting version is 1.0. Is invented by the Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1991. In the 1991 he invented, but that is a limited version. That is a limited version. So some limited options we have. So that's not sufficient. After that, HTML 2.0. HTML 2.0 was the first standard version. In the 1995, it is invented by the W3C organization. It is invented by the W3C organization. And next one, HTML 3.2 arrived into the market with some advanced features in the year of 1997. After that, HTML 4.01 was major version of HTML and it was published in the year 1999. Actually, HTML first version is not suitable for the development, but it is the first version because of it has the limited properties. If you want to develop complete web application, it is not sufficient. It was not sufficient on that time. And after that, HTML 2.0 was invented. It was introduced by the W3C organization because of it has some extraordinary features. That's why it is the standard version. Officially, they can release it by the HTML 2.0 version in the 1995. After that, some extra enhancements done by the same W3C organization. It is also version 3.2 in the year of 1997. It is officially published. And next one, 4.0. It is widely used. It was widely used on that time. It is published in the 1999. After that, HTML5 invented. Now it is the latest version of HTML5. It is the extension of HTML 4.0.1. And it was officially published in 2014. Next, HTML tags. A web page can contain text, graphics, audio, video and animations. A web page can contain text, graphics, audio, video and animations. We can mark up such contents to indicate how they should appear over a web page. We can mark up such contents to indicate how they should appear over the web page. To mark up the contents, we can use various commands called markup indicators or tags. Here markup is nothing but tags. Actually, in the previous example, I have used a number of tags. HTML is one of the tag, body is also one of the tag. Because of here, two angular braces I have used it in between text. Starting in between these two angular brackets, some text content we have used it. So this entire syntax is called a tag, HTML tag. HTML tag. So if you use the angular braces, in your program, then browser can understand. These all are related to HTML markup language. So browser can understand and it can produce the result as the output format in the browser. Next, so HTML tags are basically HTML based commands or keywords surrounded by the angular brackets like tag name, content, closing tag name. Here opening tag is nothing but just this one, and closing tag is nothing but like a opening tag and also extra one slash symbol we can use. So this is called, the first tag is called opening tag and second tag is called closing tag. In between, whatever the content we have to display on the body, display on the web page, that text content we have to configure in this place, this content place. Next, types of HTML tags. There are two types of HTML tags. There are two types of HTML tags. One is paired tags and second one is unpaired tags. Paired tags are nothing but a tag which contains opening and closing tag is called paired tag. A tag which is containing an opening and closing tag is called paired tag. Because of, carefully observe, here HTML is there na, in between angular brackets, and also this is also one closing tag required na. Starting opening tag required and closing ending tag is also must and shouldly required. Because of these two are paired tags, opening tag and closing tag. Opening tag and closing tag. So all of you carefully observe here. HTML opening tag, HTML closing tag. So these two are called paired tags. A tag which is contain opening tag and closing tag is also called paired tag. Here I given syntax. And a paired tag is also called container tags. The end tag is written like a start tag with a forward slash, like this one. Here forward slash I use it for closing purpose. So that is called closing tag. The end tag is written like the start tag and which is called with the forward slash before the tag name. Here the syntax and example also given. Just simply you can see, you can easily understand about the syntax and example also. Next, what is unpaired tag? An unpaired tag refers to a tag which does not have an ending or closing tag. Ending or closing tag. Carefully observe. Now I am opening one notepad window. Here HTML open tag, HTML closing tag, and body is the open tag, body is also closing tag. Body tag contain closing tag. Because of this, all are opening and closing tags. These all are paired tags. Paired tags are also called container tag. Next, I am opening one heading tag. H1 is the heading tag. It is displaying on the like a heading format, and college. Now I am saving h1.html. Save as type is all files. Now I am saving on the desktop. Minimizing this one. I am double click on the for execution purpose. It is looks like a heading now, like that. And because of here I am all tags are paired tags. Now I am opening one paragraph tag, and this is also one paired tag. This is our college. Saving. Again I am saving. Again I am refreshing this one. So this is paragraph. That's why heading to paragraph difference is showing now the web page like that. So in between these two words, I want one horizontal line. In between two words, I want one horizontal line. For that, just one tag I am using, HR. So this is only one tag. Here opening tag only, but closing tag not required. Again I am saving this one. Again I am refreshing this one. One horizontal line it will display now. It is displaying one horizontal line now. So this is called unpaired tag because of this is only contain opening tag, does not contain any closing tag. So these type of tags are called unpaired tags and also called empty tags In internal questions I will ask this one. Unpaired tags also called dash. So you need to write an empty tag. And paired tags are also dash container tag. Container tags you need to write. So all of you carefully observe. And today I hope you enjoyed this session. Now I am ending this session. Thank you very much. In the next class I will explain about the basic structure of HTML. Okay? All of you please carefully listen the classes. If you are not understanding anything, then you can listen one more time. Till then also you cannot not understand, then you can ask me directly. Do the phone call, you can ask me anything. I will explain clearly. Okay? Thank you very much.